tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
What was that? I did not mean to do that. You're like, how we listen to this song again? Okay, did I do something wrong? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Good morning, afternoon. Yeah. I had some pretty bad nightmares. So a little bit of PTSD stuff this morning. Still trying to shake it off. These are also indicators. They're indicators to me. You know, sorry. My dream keeps popping into my head. Sorry. This is the last time you're going to see me with this hair because gotta make some changes. Gotta make some internal changes. And this is where I have to muster everything that I can so that I can move into the next portion, so to speak. So let people know I'm live and we are going to get started. I have 22 unread messages. I did not notice that. Okay. It's a group chat. I hate group chats. I really do. I mute all my group chats. I'm not very good at them. So, all right. We're at the 3-minute mark. Let's get started. I don't have a reading for this. Clearly, it's kind of a statement, right? But welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. And if you feel like this video might be able to help other people, please share it. Oh man, internet is down. That's no good. Hey, hello, Mr. Leisure. I hope you had a good home group last night. No, it's not what I meant to do. There we go. All right. I'm going to do my best not to go off, but I probably will. See, sometimes I need to get dangerous, and this is one of those times. It's time. And by day, see, when it comes to these things, being a man, it's humbling. Okay. All my life, I've been told what I was supposed to be, and it was all wrong. It was all wrong. So I've done a lot of work. Done a lot of work on my self-esteem. I've been through the steps. I'm a recovered alcoholic. And I deal with other things, for the most part, successfully. Right? Today isn't the best day, and that's okay. Right? It's okay. It'll be all right. I hope. I feel like the other shoe's going to drop. It's my anxiety. Right? So when I talk about, just being sober, let's put it this way. All right? If it says sober verse, the sober life, the sober Romanominy, it's about being sober. There's nothing to do with recovery. Okay. And when we're putting these things together, if you're just going to slap something together that says sober buddy fun, then what you're doing is you're being sober, which is great. Good job, man. Good job. I think that's great. But unfortunately, you're probably still the same asshole. You know, the fake it till you make it isn't real. You're not actually supposed to fake it. There's actually something behind that. Okay. It's like the willingness to be willing. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll ask you to pray to your higher power for willingness. Well, guess what? You prayed and that was willing. You already have it. That's the key. You already have it. So when we say fake it till you make it, we're not saying fake your fucking sobriety. It's not what we're saying. Okay? Let's remember that sobriety is a fad. And the fad is huge right now. Everybody's coming out of the woodwork. Okay? And I'm happy for them. There's a lot of people out there that just need to quit drinking. They are non-alcoholic, but they love to get into the recovery field and tell you what they did. I wrote a book. Look, I wrote a book. I can write a book. Sure. I can write you a self-help book. But if you don't know how to help yourself, it'll do you no good. Okay? You got two options when it comes to sobriety and recovery. Okay? You can either, one, learn from somebody else's experience, like mine, or you can figure it out on your own. Those are the two options. One way or another, you're going to discover it. Now, if you go do it on your own, there's a great chance you're going to end up in some kind of shithole. Yeah. Because we alcoholics don't, okay? And here's the thing. We start to talk about bottom. Well, my rock bottom. Who fucking cares? Okay. I lived on the goddamn streets and I don't care. So why should you care? I'm a high bottom drunk. No, you're a drunk. You're a hopeless alcoholic. And it's okay to be that. Is it not okay to be that? No, I have substance use disorder. All I think of is disorder. That song comes into my head. I don't remember who sings it. Okay? That's all that happens to me. So, man, I ran a lot of people off. I'm going to tell you, that's kind of my job now. Okay? I'm moving into a stage where I need to start scaring people. What do you think awareness and prevention is? It's a scare tactic. We're going to be shoving it in their face. It's time. We got to do it. Who else is going to do it? I just put out a thing with JFK. God bless the man. He's 14 years clean. Okay. And he's in recovery. And you should go listen to what he wants to do. Because it's exactly recovery equity. And it's coming, and you bullies can't stop it. It's coming. Okay? See, it's powered by God. JFK has the X factor in his life. See? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. RFK, thank you. I told you my dyslexia has been horrible. Thank you for correcting that, because I don't want them going looking for the wrong thing either. So I'm allowed to be wrong. Like, oh, I'm never wrong. Well, that's because you don't come on here and run your mouth. The only way you can be wrong is when you start running your mouth. That's why we tell you keep your damn mouth shut. Right? But stop being a Weasley little shit and start recovering out loud. Stop being in sobriety read the book. Well, AA's not for me. Fine, then go to Celebrate Recovery. Well, I hate God. Fine, go to Smart Recovery. You're going to do the same damn work. You are. That's why I'm okay with those ones. AA has no monopoly on recovery. No, not even close. So when we say that treatment centers, sober livings do work, when done correctly, they work great. I know. I was in a sober living when I was 18. What do you think the Phoenix concept was? It was a sober living. Yeah. We were a group of Skid Row drunks paying for that whole fucking building every month. Yeah. We ate beans for every freaking meal for months. Boyer's Coffee used to give us coffee, right? Yeah, Mr. Boyer was, I actually worked for Boyer's Coffee for a little while. It was crazy. He came by one day, he's like, you got wet brain. Okay. All right, Bill. All right. So they used to give us coffee, man. So, and that was a year program. See, I've been through the gamut. So if you're going to whine to me about doing something, it's just not going to fly with me because I've done it. And yes, it was hard. But let's remember, you have one of two choices. You can either learn from my experience or you can go fucking figure it out yourself. Okay? And I'm not kidding on that. Right? My time for the time of me just giving my shit away is over. I'm not doing it anymore. Right? Let me rephrase that for the people that don't want it. You don't want it. If you don't want actually recovery, you're not going to listen to me. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea. I have other people saying that same darn thing. So go listen to them then. That's fine. They're carrying the same message. They're carrying the same message. Exactly, Leisure. You have got it. You are correct. And it is my job to go out there, shove it in their face, and see if they want it. That's my job. A lot of times I'm going to get piss off. Leave me alone, y'all cock. Go away, you cunt. It's okay to say that word if you do it in that voice. That's what I've learned. No, I'm ready to be me in all of its aspects. Okay. And I want you to be able to do the same thing. All right. Now, the thing is, okay, let's talk about men's mental health. And I'm just using this as an example. I was listening to this thing, and finally somebody came up and said, the reason that men are not approaching women as much anymore is because we tell them our deepest, darkest secrets, then it gets used against us. That's why we don't talk about our feelings. It's called gaslighting. I'm going to tell you something. Do it anyway. Quit worrying about other people feeling what you feel and say, oh, that's just, nope. Just say it. Just say it. For the last 2-3 years, nobody believed me that people were coming after me. Now I'm showing people the proof and they're like, what? Holy shit. Yeah, I told you 3 years of gaslighting I tolerated. That's called sacrifice. God asked me to do it. I did it. And I'm here. Stronger and better than ever. I don't know what happens, but each day I get up and I feel stronger. And not physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Yeah. People can be horrible. Right? I was horrible. And people can change. I believe that. Right? So I'm going to say this. Steal my shit. Steal it. Take it all. Do it. Please. If you're going to spread my word out of spite, I'm going to let you. Yeah. And so Chris, and I agree with you, because there's a certain set of people that, but then I find that behind that person is usually a set of people that have been manipulated. And that's who I go to. I don't go to that person. I don't go to that horrible person. I go to the ones that they are teaching so I can give them the right information. That's what I do. I'll go right behind their back. I don't care. And I don't go up and say, hey, this person's wrong. I just go up and say, hey, did you know, because you're in this field, you need to know this. And that's how I do it. And I provide the information. Then they can make a decision. Okay? But I have no qualms approaching anybody about any of this. I yelled at Aurora Mental Health for over a year to hire recovery coaches. Then they started doing it. And when I went in and said, all you people need to not be here, they didn't really like that much. But they didn't hear what I had to say. They just took it, oh, he wants to take our jobs. No, that is not what I said. What I said was, you people don't belong here. You belong running groups. You're supposed to be doing something better than this. You have a calling and you're sitting at detox. It's my job to run detox, not yours. They've done you wrong, and they didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to hear that. Well, I just want to help. But you're not helping. You're putting Band-Aids on people. Okay? When I was at detox, the number one thing we did was ship people out of state. Oh, they pay all day for that. And once it got to the streets, what happens? They start ending up at detox, and then they use detox to get home. What happened to having AA meetings? Right? There wasn't even any AA literature in there. I was there for 4 months and asked for it, never showed up. Right? Yeah, the courage and the power. God does give you, when you start doing God's will, he does give you certain amounts of power. Not power over other people, though. Never that. No. But the power to influence people in a good way, you bet. You bet. And that's why I'm here. It's what I do. I'm not the truth teller. I'm just being honest. Honesty is the very, very key. It is the very first thing. It is the first fucking principle of the whole program. Honesty. Just saying. J/S, is that how we say it now? I don't fucking know. I'm 52. I can't keep up with these young people. I talk, I'm like, the fuck are you saying? Could you just speak English for a second? What does that mean? What is that? Okay, now I'm caught up. Thanks. I was reading this one, and it was a sober version. Of course, it's the whole, AA is not the only way kind of thing, right? And he just rambles on, talking over people's heads. I didn't even understand half the shit he was saying. And I'm pretty astute, man. Okay, I know a lot of $10 words too. Okay, I taught myself. I've always taught myself. So, and I have to remember RFK, not JFK. So anyway, we got to stop just being sober. We must make that next move into recovery. And I don't care if it's because you want a sober life because it's a fad. Because because sobriety and recovery, they're supposed to go together. These two are mated. They're supposed to go together, because when put together, alcoholic or not, you will become a better person. And when you become a better person, the fulfillment in your life becomes astounding. And that's why I say happiness isn't the goal. It is the dividend for a good job done. No, not drinking is being sober. Recovery is completely different. That's what I'm saying. But yes. So yes. It's about making that next move. So let's stop being sober curious. Okay? Stop doing that. Actually, let's not. Let them be sober curious. But in these rooms, okay, I mean, I'm thinking about going to my group and saying, yes, I understand, but I think everybody needs to start turning their camera on. If they want to be in our group, camera needs to be on. Okay. Now, if I do that, we're going to lose about 90% of our people. So it's not the right way. So I got to give leeway there, don't I? Now we're at a live and let live. All right, but if you're out there fucking around and making and causing more confusion than harmony, I'm still going to say something to you. I am. So, all right. And it's not just about being sober. It's time to recover out loud. The changes are coming, and you can either be a part of it or not. We are bringing back, I don't know what it is in this world, but I feel it. There's recovery equity coming back, and it'll be a beautiful thing. It'll be about, you live it, right? The right principles. So, okay, I've got to end there. God's telling me, yep, Dion, that's it. All right, well, I'm going to go shave my head. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Sorry. I really am sorry. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out and have a day.